Hi, my name is Jasmine Jackson, also known as Diamond. I am so excited because I'm going to be a first-time author. My chapter from the book, entitled Girl Talk Leading While You're Bleeding, is titled, I Am Not My Past, Overcoming Anger and Finding Healing. It's so crazy how God works. Almost a year ago, I was extended an opportunity to be a part of a book compilation. And at that time in my life, I'd have to say I was actually pretty discouraged before the opportunity was extended to me, because my sister and I, our album was actually put on hold for a season, and we've been working on it for 4 years. And so I feel like God just kind of opened that door for us to write, because it was probably what the world needed to hear. And now coming into 2022, I'm thinking, from 2020 to 2022, I'm thinking, wow, there's a lot that's happened. There's a lot of heartache and things that people are going through. And I think it's amazing, or I think it's very good for people to hear where some of the things that I have dealt with, along with the 4 other people that wrote as well. And so just to come from a place of like, I'm not perfect, I also went through things. And so when given the opportunity to pick a topic, I immediately thought about the thing that I struggled with pretty consistently, and for me, it was anger. And it could be surprising for some to hear that from me, but I'd have to say that when I prayed about it, I felt like this was something that a lot of people might have been dealing with, or might have dealt with during this time or this season that I was writing it in almost a year ago. And tracing it back from 2020 to 2022 now, I would have to say that anger is something that a lot of people in this world today are still dealing with, and are still coping with how to honestly respond to the things that's going on in the world and more. And so it was very vulnerable for me to even share this, but I feel like when I wrote everything for the chapter that I had to write about, God literally had to take out all my insecurities, all the things that I felt about myself, all the things I was ashamed of sharing, and kind of put in the perspective of I'm not perfect just like anybody else. And so if it's, I guess the ability to share my story makes it more easy for other people to be like, you know what, I deal with this too. And I'm not perfect either, but I know I serve a God who gives me grace in the midst of my mistakes. And so I believe in the chapter that I share that people will come to know and see the true nature of God, that He's a loving God. He's a God that wants you to be the best you that you can be, despite how you feel about yourself or the things that you don't like about yourself. And for me, my main thing that I really want people to understand, if they don't get anything from my chapter, is that you can be all that He's created you to be if you just set aside your own fleshly desires or things that you're going through and go, you know what, I just want to be more like you. And so I'll take you through that process, through my story from childhood to now, and some of the things that I went through, and you'll get to work through some exercises. I'll give you some tools that even I'm still working through, so that you can be the best version of you.